Hello Mustangs. Today we're going to talk about area of a triangle. But first what I'd like to do is revisit perimeter. Now remember, perimeter is the distance around the figure, and to find it you're just going to add up the three sides. Now for area, if you recall, it's the space that's inside the figure, but to find it we're going to have to use this little formula where it says half BH. That stands for half times the base times the height. Now, this is very important. You always have to look for the right angle. So sometimes it's difficult to find height, but if you look for the right angle intersects the base and the height. All right, so let's look at this example. Now, it's got four numbers. So one, you want to look at the three sides, those three outer sides. That's going to be your perimeter. So P is equal to 8 plus 10 plus 6. And when you add those all up, you're going to get 24 inches because that's the distance around. Now, remember for area, A equals half base times height. Now the half, that's easy. We can change that to 0.5 because we can put that number in our calculators quite nicely. Times, and then look right here. You see that right angle? There's your base. Oops, sorry about that. There's your base, and here's your height. So that's 10 times 4. Now you can just take your calculator. Mine's a little different, but that's okay. 0.05 times 10 times 4 equals, and it's 20. So the area, the inside, is 20 inches squared. All right, so do me a favor, pause this. If you haven't done so, pause the video, grab you some paper, a pencil, and you can get your calculator, or if you got your phone by you, it got Desmos on it, grab that. I'll see you in just a minute. Sorry, got underneath all my papers. All right, so let's look here. Now again, the perimeter is the distance around the figure. So P is equal to 8 plus 10 plus 5. And you're just going to add those together. So that's 18, and 18 plus 5 is 23 centimeters. Very good. Now remember, the formula is A equals half BH. Remember, we want to change that half to 0.5, makes our life real easy. And then we want to find the base and the height. Does anybody remember where we find it? That's right here at the right angle. So this is your base, and that's going to be your height. So that's times 10 times 5. So again, grab your calculator. 0.5 times 10 times 5 equals, that's right, 25. So the area is 25 centimeters squared. All right, I'm going to show you this next one. Oh, now this one's got lots of numbers on it. So what I'd like for you to do is figure out which three numbers we're going to use for the perimeter, and then figure out the area. So just pause it, take a chance, and then come back in just a minute and we'll pick up. All right, welcome back. So perimeter, remember, that's the outside of our figure. So that's going to be 25 plus 10 plus 10. And when you add those together, you get 45 centimeters. Nice. All right, now your formula for area is half base times height. So now, where was the base and the height again? Where do they meet? That's right here at the right angle. So we know that the area is half times 25 times 8. Again, take your calculator. 0.5 times 25 times 8, and it's going to be 100. So that's 100 centimeters squared. Who got that one right? Nicely done. Alrighty, our last example. Now this one's set up kind of different. But again, look for your perimeter. What lines make up the outside of our triangle? That make up the triangle. All right, so take a moment, test it out. All right, welcome back. So your perimeter is basically your green numbers right here. See how they make up the 3 sides? So that's 10 plus 20 plus 15. And when you add them all up, you get 45, what is that, feet? Very good. All right, here we go with area. So that's half base times the height. Now again, you remember it's 0.5. But which one's the base and which one's the height? Who remembers what we need to look for? That's right, the right angle. Now notice that the right angle is outside of our triangle. That's kind of different, but it doesn't matter. Do you see how these two lines, these dotted lines, they kind of extend our points, which gives us that right angle. So you're going to use 10 and 8. All right, oops. So let's type it in. So 0.5 times 10 times 8, 40. So it's 40 feet squared. All right, Mustangs, you got this. Have a great day.